Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'll be checking out 24 awesome animals only found in the United States of America. I think I will know some of these animals, but let's see what they are.
The United States is home to a vast array of creatures that can be found only there, from fearsome alligators to the world's rarest wolf. So just for this episode, USA is going to stand for United States Animals, and here are 24 of those critters.
No, I've never thought of that. That has never crossed my mind ever before. United States of Animals. It has never crossed my mind. That is shocking.
24. Hopi chipmunk. Small even for chipmunks, these rodents measure around 8.5 inches long and are native to southwestern states in the U.S., including Colorado, Arizona, and Utah. They're known for their speed and agility, able to scurry over the sheer rock faces of buttes, canyons, and perch atop of.
This would be a nice pet. This would be a nice pet. Hopefully it won't bite your ear in the night while you are sleeping.
Boulders to look out for predators like hawks. Experts say this species of chipmunk is so timid that even those individuals born in captivity might never become completely tame. 23. Gunnison sage grouse. Grouse are birds that are related to chickens and turkeys, and this species is also closely related to the better-known greater sage grouse, which is the largest of its kind in North America. But this smaller bird has thicker plumes about its head and is known for their elaborate courtship rituals. Every spring, the males will strut the stuff while the females pick and choose their preferred.
Is that the male's balls? Its own version of its balls, I guess. What the hell? Oh man, look at that. That does look like balls, man.
Mates, they're native to southern regions of Colorado and Utah. 22. Allen's hummingbird. Now, these birds measure a mere 89 millimeters long, and like all hummingbirds, it has an extremely rapid metabolism, which requires it to feed frequently. The males of this species are known for their fearlessness and aggression and are chasing off rivals from the tear tree. They're even bold enough to go after predatory birds larger than themselves, including hawks. And these critters are native to several counties in Southern California, including Los Angeles and Orange counties. 21.
I mean, even little birds like that still being aggressive when it comes to mating. What the hell? What is it with females?
Giant garter snake. Seeing a snake that measures more than 5 feet long, well, your first impulse might be to run. But in the case of this large garter snake, you can make do with a brisk walk instead as opposed to an outright scramble. And that's because that, while this serpent is venomous, it is harmless to humans. Its venom contains a mild neurotoxin that subdues its prey, but the effect upon humans would be no worse than an itchy red rash around the bite area. Primarily aquatic, it is the largest species of garter snake and is native to wetlands of the Central Valley in California. 20. Pygmy rabbit. If you're familiar with the term leopard, you know that it refers to a member of the rabbit and hare families. Well, this is the world's smallest leopard, or rabbit, weighing just over a pound and measuring about 11.5 inches. The pygmy rabbit is certainly that. You can find them in the Great Basin states of the West, including Wyoming, Oregon, and California, assuming you can see them, that is. 19. Nene. If you happen to like the state of Hawaii, and really who doesn't, well, you're in luck, because this is the first of several critters on a list that are native to the 50th state. The nene is also called the Hawaiian goose, which is understandable since it is a species of goose, and FYI, it is the rarest goose in the world. At one point in the 1950s, its population numbered only 30 individuals. Now today, after some successful reintroduction programs, there are an estimated 2,500 birds extant. Did you know, by the way, that the nene is the state bird of Hawaii?
Oh.
18. Alaska marmot. You'll find these furry rodents in the Brooks Range in Alaska. Weighing about 4 kilograms, the animals are recognized by the short neck, thick body, powerful legs, and bushy tails. They're said to be sociable critters living in colonies that can number up to 50 members. And these rodents also have their very own day in Alaska. While February 2nd
Really?
is Groundhog Day for most of the US, it is actually Marmot Day in Alaska. The idea was to create their own version of Puxatawney Phil. If you celebrate Marmot Day, tell us all about it in the comments below.
What?
17. Pygmy rattlesnake. Now, this serpent makes its home in the southeastern US and measures up to about 24 inches long. They are venomous pit vipers, but they are not considered dangerous to humans, and that's because they produce low quantities of venom. However, victims could still experience some unpleasant physical effects for several days after being bitten. The temperament of these snakes seems to vary by the individual. Some of them are fierce and aggressive, while others simply appear too lethargic to even rattle a warning. 16. Island fox. There are 8 Channel Islands of California that are located in the Pacific Ocean, and one of the better known names might be Santa Catalina Island. Well, this small fox can be found on 6 of those islands, and there are actually 6 subspecies of the fox, and each animal is unique to its island. Experts think they have existed on the archipelago for upwards of 16,000 years, but its geographic isolation has left the animals with no immunity to parasites or diseases carried in from the mainland. 15. Island night lizard. Now, foxes are not the only animals native to California's Channel Islands. Also on the list is this reptile, which can be found on San Nicolas, Santa Barbara, and San Clemente Islands. They can measure more than 3 inches long and are called night lizards because they were once thought to be active only at night, which has since turned out to be false. And rather than laying eggs, these reptiles are viviparous, that is, animals that give birth to live young. 14. Red salamander. Measuring more than 7 inches long, these amphibians can be found in the eastern part of the
I think I said it, I think in my last video, second to the last video, that I hate reptiles. It also seems like I hate amphibians. I hate amphibians as well. I'm sorry. I just hate these animals, man. I hate some of these animals, man. I'm only into mammals.
US in habitats ranging from forests to rivers. The semi-aquatic creature's skin can range from orange to bright red with black spotting that runs down its back. Interesting to note that this species belongs to a family that have no lungs, so they actually respire through the skin. 13. Utah prairie dog. This smallest species of prairie dog can weigh a little over 3 pounds and are native to the south-central region of the state Utah. No doubt you already know that these critters are not really canines, but are rodents that are closely related to squirrels. They're known to build towns, quote-unquote, and those are elaborate systems of underground tunnels and chambers housing members of prairie dogs' extended families. 12. Chicken turtle. Now, thanks to some distinctive physical traits, this is considered to be an unusual species of freshwater turtle endemic to the southeastern part of the US. Their striped necks are uncommonly long, nearly half the length of its pear-shaped carapace. Also of note are the reptile's webbed feet and the propensity to be semi-aquatic, living on the land or in the water. And as for why they are called chicken turtle, well, it's not because they're cowardly, it's because the turtle's meat is said to taste like chicken. Doesn't everything? 11. Hawaiian monk seal. Did you know there were once 3 species of monk seal? Today, there are 2 remaining, one of which is this monk seal endemic to the Hawaiian Islands. And it is one of only 2 mammals that are native to the islands. Now, unfortunately, these earless seals are an endangered species, with about 1,100 of the marine mammals remaining.
Wow. Almost finished.
10. Hawaiian hoary bat. Now, since we just mentioned that the monk seal was one of 2 mammals that are native to the Hawaiian Islands, let's talk about the other one.
Sometimes when they talk about this endangered species, like I've always wondered, do lots of people care about it? I mean, the governments could care about it, scientists, enthusiasts could care about it, but I think the average person doesn't even care about some of these animals, whether they go extinct or not. What do you guys think? I've always talked about that stuff. Like, if I talk about something like that in my country, people will just be looking at me like I'm going crazy. Like, why do you care about whether these animals go extinct? That's what they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, something is, in fact, they could even bring a pastor to come and pray for me. that I'm going mad. Seriously, to even consider it. So I've always wondered, like, what percentage of the population really cares if and if a particular animal or a particular species goes extinct. I've always wondered.
The hoary bat gets its name thanks to its perceived frosty appearance of the fur, which has white highlighting on its back. The nocturnal insectivores
It
can
looks
have a
ugly, though.
wingspan of about 13.5 inches, but to date, the life history of these bats is still a mystery. 9. Grand Canyon rattlesnake. More than 5 million people make the trip to Grand Canyon National Park each year. And while most people go there for the spectacular scenery, now this is one sight you really don't want to see. The Grand Canyon rattlesnake is found only there in a variety of habitats that includes grasslands, pine forests, and the bottom of the canyon itself. The venomous pit viper measures about 54 inches long and can be active around the clock. 8. Blue crayfish. So this animal has the blues, but in a good way. The freshwater crustaceans are native to Florida, and thanks to the cobalt blue coloration, the crayfish are highly desired in the worldwide aquarium trade. Did you know that by feeding on organic waste and dead fish, the crayfish serves to help keep lakes and rivers clean?
Interesting.
7. Short-nosed gar. With a range that can span the Mississippi Valley Basin to the Gulf Coast, these fish are ambush predators known for their prehistoric appearance. Growing to about 24 inches long, their body is encased within rows of interlocking scales that serve as a protective armor. Preferring to inhabit calmer waters, the gar plays a role in maintaining ecosystem equilibrium by preying on minnows that can ravage game fish populations. 6. Hawaiian hawk. These raptors are also known as the eo, which is a reference to the shrill call they can make. They're native to the Aloha state and are easily identified by the stout, bulky bodies. Known as versatile, opportunistic predators, the birds serve as a royal symbol of Hawaiian legends and are sometimes referred to as the exalted hawk. 5. Florida panther. This subspecies lives in the swamps and forests of Florida, as you might imagine, and it's sometimes referred to as a mountain lion, a puma, or catamount. They can weigh up to 160 pounds and typically prey on animals ranging in size from small hares to larger white-tailed deer. It's even been known to take on the American alligator, which is actually the cat's natural predator. Most recent estimates place the panther population at around 160 individuals. 4. American paddlefish. Related to the sturgeon, this fish has been swimming around for more than 300 million years. Native to the Mississippi Valley Basin, these are some of the largest freshwater fish found in North America, going about 5 feet long and weighing around 60 pounds. The name stems
Do you eat it though? Do you guys eat that kind of fish?
from the rostrum, or the paddle-shaped appendage that extends about 1/3 the length of the body. 3. American alligator. Down in the southeastern U.S., these critters are more commonly referred to as gators. Residents may have gotten used to the big reptiles, but make no mistake, weighing around 1,000 pounds and exceeding 15 feet long, gators are aggressive apex predators, ready to chow down the fellow reptiles, birds, fish, and mammals, which could include a side order of human meat. Sources indicate there have been at least 28 fatal attacks on humans since 1970. Even so, the American
20 years is not that bad. Since 1970. It's not that bad. I thought it would be more.
Mate. Sources indicate there have been at least 28 fatal attacks on humans since 1970. Even so, the American alligator is the official state reptile of Florida, Mississippi, and Louisiana. 2. Notable omissions. Now, since this is a list of animals found only in the U.S., some of you might be wondering why famous critters like the bald eagle, California condor, or grizzly bear are missing. Well, those animals are strongly identified with the U.S., but they are not found exclusively in the contiguous 48 states or in Alaska and Hawaii. The bald eagle, for example, has a range that extends from Canada through the continental U.S. and into Mexico, while the California condor has historically ranged from the western U.S. and from Canada to Baja California in Mexico. And the grizzly bear is a subspecies of brown bear that can also be found in Canada. So there is a reason why these animals were excluded, even if the bald eagle is the best known animal symbol of the United States. 1. Red wolf. These canins are also known as the Florida black wolf or the Mississippi Valley wolf, which ought to give you some idea of where they can be found. According to fossil evidence, these animals have inhabited areas of the southeastern U.S. for the past 10,000 years or so. They present something of a taxonomic mystery, though, since they look and behave like the hybrid of a gray wolf and a coyote, but their exact lineage has still not yet been officially determined. Did you know that this is considered to be the rarest species of wolf, but it's also one of the world's most critically endangered wolf species as well?
That was interesting. I've actually, I was just waiting for the bald eagle. I was thinking it would be like number 2 or number 1, but I guess it's not only found in the US. So I'm actually surprised some of the animals that were mentioned there are only found in the US. I'm actually very, very surprised by that. I don't know whether that is correct, seriously, but I guess that could be the case. But in terms of like the golden eagle, I would like to know what made the US adopt the bird as their symbol. I would like to know. I like the bird. I know it's a beautiful looking bird, but I would like to know what made the US decide that this was their bird. This was going to be their symbol of the United States of America. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This was a good one. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.